a good show, and Candace looks at me and goes, wait, are we about to go live? You know we are ready for today's program.
TV?
Yeah, this is happening now. Hi, I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes, applaud my name. Yeah. I
I'm
deserve
Candace
nothing.
Bailey. Thank you. Applaud it. Applaud it. Thank you. Thank you. We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
All right, on the old program today, Jason Biggs from Mad Love will be here live in studio. It's been over a decade since American Pie came out, but we have some jokes about...
It's been that long?
Yeah. We got jokes about sex with pastries, though, that still feel a little fresh, so
Of course they do.
I will say them. Then we're going to play with the T-Mobile Sidekick 4G on Gadgetron. It's got a touchscreen, front-facing camera, all for $50. This is crazy pants.
It is.
But it's true.
Crazy pants.
It's true.
Plus, we have more terrifying tales from the console graveyard. We dig up the TurboGrafx 16. We'll delve into its twisted history from the game Bonk to the gory Splatterhouse. And finally, Blair Herter gets a lesson in rally racing from Olympic gold medalist Shaun White. See what happens when a world-famous snowboarder gets off the slopes and behind the wheel.
I wonder if he'll pull off a McTwist.
I bet he will, Kevin.
We'll just have to watch. Inside joke, it's fine. That's for us.
Time now to glove up and stick our hands in the internet's pie hole.
She means we're going around
Micro?
the net. Yeah. Alrighty, today's number 5.
Definitely a Monday.
Huh? Why is that?
I don't know. I'm just tired.
Those Monday moves? That's what, you don't have to admit it to the entire nation. You gotta hide it deep down inside. Just swallow your pride and all of that hate. That's what
There's
I do.
no hate.
Every Monday.
I have no hate.
Oh, I wake up filled with rage for no reason.
Why?
Mostly because I'm me. But hey, America! Hey! Today's number 5 is a rare aquatic creature from the streets of Brazil.
Witness the majesty of the seemingly endangered board short manfish. I like the gutter pool that they're playing in. That's always fun. I guess when they're done fishing tilapia and extinction, they can fall back on fishing for those things. You know what I mean? Are you suggesting that Brazilians turn to cannibalism?
No, I'm not suggesting that. I mean, I guess I'm encouraging that, but I'm not suggesting that. It'd just be fun to fish for humans if they did that.
Would you fish for me?
Can you flop like?
Yeah.
Really?
I could totally flop like that.
Why do I feel like you're about to break something? Either on your person or on this set.
Let's try.
Can you?
All right. Gotta move my mic pack.
All right, here we go. I'm fishing for a
This is
for a
totally
Bailey.
gonna hurt, isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is gonna get bad. And, oh, we got a live one here.
Whoa.
I caught me a Bailey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get the hook out of mouth. Get the hook out of mouth. Oh, no. You should have quit while you were ahead on that one.
I just gave myself a headache.
Candace Bailey, everybody.
Now it's a Monday. Let's move these back.
I always wondered what it would look like having sex with you. Is it a similar thing? Just...
Kevin, that is disgusting. I am a virgin.
That is true. And other untruths by Candace Bailey.
Oh, you don't know that?
I don't.
The person who shot today's number 4 was caught up in a thriller reminiscent of the Hitchcock film Rear Window.
Every day at 7 p.m., her neighbor loudly played the Black Eyed Peas' repetitive hit, I Got a Feelin'. But now, at least we all know why. Don't worry, I know what you're thinking, and it's already been remixed.
Much better.
There you go.
At least in the remix video, he has an actual reason to flail his swords around. He's deflecting lasers.
Yeah. I guess without it in the original, he's just deflecting all the ladies.
In
Stay
both,
back.
maybe.
Don't touch me. We weren't going to. All right. No, please. Right. All right. Not that I would know. At some point in our lives, I think we've all been yelled at for doing something fun. Right? It's part of growing
Never.
up, being awesome.
Getting yelled at sucks, unless you're getting yelled at by someone who's desperately trying to relate to you by using keywords he's picked up from the latest John Stossel 2020 report on how the youth is destroying America. It's a long sentence.
It's okay.
Okay, I don't want you to set anything on fire, so.
No, I'm a radical, trust me, boys. Radical from the 70s. Hard core.
Okay.
All right? Gasoline, you know, pour sugar in the gasoline tanks, set the house on fire, your girlfriend, that kind of radical. That's how bad I am.
We'll leave.
It's cool, everybody's on YouTube, you know. Fat girl, put that on YouTube. I'd watch that. Shaun White? Yeah, you know, I mean, Shaun White's here. He'd helicopter in here, your mom and your girlfriend, and then set your board on fire. And I'll find out where you live, because I love doing that too.
That's scary.
I have no life. I live in Reno. This is a hole. Shaun White, you know. Beat a tight little I'd him too. You know?
What?
Okay, there's a fine line between cool guy and creepy guy.
Yeah, growing old gracefully. You're doing it wrong. Creeper. Yeah, I got a van. I got some candy. What about it? I'll take you in there. Let's go. We'll show and tell.
You're creeping me out.
I kind of want you to flop on the floor like a fish again. Is there any way we can make that happen? Maybe by the end of the show?
I think I can
Okay,
do
cool.
it again.
All right.
I don't need to turn over though, because that totally gave me a
That,
headache.
that honestly freaked me out. I can't unsee that. I wanted to bleach my eyeballs in that moment. I really did. No, the front part was good. The back part was a little much.
Disturbing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in at number 2 today, a wonderful clip from last Friday's Houston Astros game.
Yes, every ballpark has probably had a streaker or an overzealous fan jump the fence, you know, race around on the field. All those runners were, of course, inevitably tackled and tased by security.
Except for this guy, who probably moonlights as a ninja.
That's what happens at parkour day.
It does. Now we know what happens to Jason Bourne when he gets drunk at a baseball game.
Yeah. It wasn't funny, though, when he brutally snapped the neck of the guy selling the nachos and the malts. But, I mean, to be fair, they were overpriced. So I guess he was right.
Oh, well.
You like neck snaps?
What?
Nothing.
No. I don't like neck snaps.
Okay.
But I could do it to you.
No.
I could.
I don't doubt
I could do
that.
it.
Okay.
Still ahead. A message from Grandma.
Yes, you're all getting a month-late birthday card and a check for $5. So stick around. Do you know how to snack a neck? No. That's not. No.
In today's ATN, we peeked in on a friendly neighborhood ninja doing some yard work. Tell us, what style of martial arts is this? Tweet us your responses at AOTS #OMGROFLOL. If your response cuts down the competition, we'll feature it on Friday's show.
Today is the work of performance artist and my future wife, Jillian Mayer. She decided to create a message for her potential offspring.
Gaga style.
Yeah.
One day, I'm gonna have a baby. And you will call her mom. That baby will have a baby, and you will have this song to know that I am your grandma. I am your grandma. I am your grandma. I am your grandma. So this is a gift I give to you, like I already said. that there was a time I was aware that one day I'd be dead. I wish we could have met. I would have hugged you so, but you are in the future. You get loved by video.
I am your grandma. I am your grandma. I am your grandma. I am your grandma.
I am in love with that woman. I love that, and I hope she brings the baby mask.
Okay.
If there's ever a chance, I hope she brings that baby mask.
I am afraid of that woman.
Really?
Yes, I'm gonna have nightmares.
Oh, I think that's awesome. I wish my grandma would have made a video like that for me. That would have been so sweet. Like, I would like to think I'd be the kind of grandfather who would make a video like that for his grandkids, but I'm never gonna have kids on purpose. So I don't worry about those kind of things. But you might actually, you know, get
I will
somebody to
have
have sex with you
babies.
someday, unlike me. Like, that could happen.
One day.
One day, that could happen. Do you worry about what your grandkids are gonna see from your, well, let's just say imaginative body of work thus far?
They're not gonna see anything scandalous from me.
Well, do we have the missile clip? That's pretty crazy.
Baby, I need to fly like a dove.
It's no infant mask,
Missile.
but
I was a missile.
I couldn't take Grandma seriously if she was dressed as a Cuban missile. But what about every time you say something ridiculous on the show?
Well, that happens a lot. I can't wait until the monkey penis pox epidemic of 2011.
Yeah.
The monkey penis. Well, you got me there.
I mean, come on. Graham, what about that time you said you love, what was it that you said you love? I don't remember. Clip? Dick!
What? I love dick.
Remember that one?
I do. I remember that one.
I can't wait for them to be like, Grandma, what's a camel toe and why does yours always have glitter on it? 1,000.
Glitter on my camel toe.
I want to know his score.
Glitter on my camel toe. 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 See, you gotta do this while you do
What is that, though? I don't get what that is. Are you cranking something?
Put the glitter on.
Oh, you're applying glitter to the camel toe. Ah. It'll be the Grammel toe. It's Grandma's camel toe. That's what they'll refer to it as.
Ew, Grandma camel toe.
Oh, you haven't lived to experience the Grammel toe. Smells like Werther's.
You're so gross.
But there's also this video for your grandkids.
This program is made possible by a grant from the G4 Corporation. Oh, God, I can see forever!
Hello, I'm Candace Bailey, and today I'd like to tell you about the Necronomicon, or the Book of the Dead.
Holy f***! What was that?
Sorry, they put a mouth in it. Here, hold this and cover its mouth, please. Okay. The Necronomicon first appeared in Lovecraft's 1924 short story, The Hound, but has since become a major part of pop culture, appearing in films such as Evil Dead 2. In Lovecraft's stories, the Necronomicon was an evil spell book written by a man he referred to as the Mad Arab. It is a book of dark magic that tells of the old one. A series of ancient... Basically,
Sorry.
the Necronomicon tells you
Oops.
how to
My bad.
summon the
Slipped.
old ones. Cut that out, will you? Great. And now you've pissed off Cthulhu. I hope you're happy.
I am.
Come here, Cthulhu. Come here. Oh, look. Mommy. Oh, yes, I do. I love you so much. You're a good boy. Yes, you're such a good boy. Mom was crazy.
Mom is crazy.
Mom is crazy, that's right. An old friend of Gadgetron just got itself a facelift.
Oh, here comes the new Android-powered sidekick.
We thought we'd seen the last of the sidekick, but everything deserves a second chance. Introducing the T-Mobile Sidekick 4G. It's still got the trusty keyboard, but now that it's powered by Android with a 3.5-inch touchscreen, thousands of apps are at your fingertips. And of course, keeping up with your friends is easier than ever, with real-time updates and a front-facing camera, all for $30 with a contract. The Sidekick is back, y'all!
Show is.
It feels a lot slimmer than we remember. The screen pops up to reveal everyone's favorite keyboard. So is the keyboard just as good as we remember?
Yeah, it is actually. The keys are widely spaced. I would love it. Thank you. They have a nice click to them, which is great. Plenty of distance between them, and because there is so much space, they were able to include the number row at the top, and it has a lot of symbols. There's even dedicated buttons for emoticons or like a microphone icon for voice search and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, it's one of the best keyboards we've used. So kudos, Sidekick.
Now, they got rid of the old Sidekick user interface and replaced it with Android and a touch screen. That's got to be an improvement,
Yeah,
right?
it's nice to touch the screen and have it actually do something.
Yeah.
The screen is just as responsive as other Android phones, which means there might be a bit of lag for you iDevice users or you Windows phone. No one uses a Windows phone, but the point is there might be a little bit of lag there. Samsung added new widgets and themes, and they're unique to the Sidekick, and they add a bit of personality to the device. Which is nice. The only strange thing about the interface, I would say, is the location of the home button.
Yeah,
the home button is at the top right, which isn't like that on any other phone. So it's a little annoying. You'll get used to it after a while, don't get me wrong, and it's better when you're in this sort of popped out Sidekick mode, then it makes sense to have it there. But when the phone is closed, and that might be the majority of the time, that's when the home button's going to be weird. There's also this quick jump button here, which they've added, the jump key, which if you tap it, it'll give you quick access to.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, recent
I like
applications
how they're
stuff like
diagonal.
that. Yeah. Oh, isn't that stylized?
Ooh.
Yeah. Completely flats for lamers. Tilted on its side. It's extreme. Woo!
It is. Is it just as fast as iPhone and the Evo?
Almost, actually. When you're starting apps, it feels a little sluggish. It's a little behind the iPhone, but it's about as fast as you'd expect. One thing we did notice, though, and this is very important to point out, the browser was really, really, really slow, especially when loading flash sites, which, again, it's not something the iPhone can do, but when compared to
Can't
other
even
Android
do
devices.
it.
Correct. But compared to other Android devices that can, it was really sluggish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's got a 3-megapixel camera with no flash and a front-facing camera for video calling.
And they're okay. They're just okay. The rear-facing camera, surprisingly good in normal light, but since it, all that needs is some black-eyed peas. Since it doesn't have a flash, the low light is mediocre at best, and it only records standard def, which is important to note. The front-facing camera works just like it should. Where is it going to put that pole? And, okay, the back. We're good. We're good. It's only murder. That's legal. The front-facing camera's fine. It's serviceable.
Okay. It's also got 4G internet speeds, which is amazing for a phone this affordable.
Yeah, and we got download speeds of up to 8 megabits per second, which is really good. Like, T-Mobile says it covers over 200 million people with its 4G network. So you probably have coverage.
Crap, that's great.
Super great.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
On Amazon Wireless, it's only $30 with a contract. But
Cut to a montage of you hanging outside of a limo.
Yeah.
Woo! 4G coverage!
That would be you.
Yeah, that would be me, actually. So fast!
What are we rating?
4 out of 5. Yay! It's got a few minor issues here and there, but you can't beat a 4G phone with a great keyboard for 30 bones. Kudos.
All right, that's it for today's Gadget Prawn. But if you have a gadget you would like to see us rate, email us at gadgetprawn@g4tv.com.
Okay.
Still ahead, Kristen Adams is here to tell you about the PlayStation Network zombie-like rebirth in the feed. Then actor Jason Biggs will join us live in studio.
And later, see my stint on Chris Hardwick's Nerdist podcast. Well, that's Jason Biggs. There's Jason. And there's me laughing because it was filled with laughs. And you'll see that. And also, I'll reveal some terrible secrets right after this. Terrible secrets.
What kind of secrets, Kevin? This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Rift. Play the free trial at riftgame.com. And now it's time to dig up the crumbling remains of our gaming past.
Yes, let's take a creepy trip down memory lane with the TurboGrafx 16 and Tales from the Console Graveyard.
Ooh. In 1989, the console wars had begun. the NES was king. Sega was making waves with the debut of the Genesis, and Hudson Soft would release their new system, the TurboGrafx 16. First launched in Japan as a PC engine, Hudson had intended but failed to sell their design to Nintendo as their new system. Eventually, they teamed up with the Nippon Electric Company, or NEC, to create the 16 as an alternative to the Big Two.
Between Mario and Sonic at the time in the late 80s, 90s, it was a street fight.
It was one of a time where no one had really considered a console war, but that's what was happening.
One of us or one of them.
Originally advertised as the first 16-bit game console, the TurboGrafx was actually an 8-bit system.
Their graphics chip was 16-bit, so what you had were fairly eye-dropping visuals for the time with the same sort of 8-bit gameplay in terms of processing power.
The 16 was priced at $200, came with a single controller that could toggle turbo settings, and was boxed with a copy of Keith Courage in Alpha Zones, an anime-based side-scroller. Initially, the system sold decently in big cities like New York and LA, but struggled to catch on in the rest of the country.
It was a weird experience because no one actually had a TurboGrafx 16. It was always a friend of a guy that somebody knows.
Game cartridges were about the size of a credit card, and the console could only physically support one D-pad.
An issue with the TurboGrafx 16 was that it had one controller port in it, which meant if you wanted to play with your little brother or your friends, you had to buy an extra peripheral.
A year after its launch, NEC released the first CD add-on, the TurboGrafx CD.
I just remember the music being so incredible and the sound effects sounding real, and that, at its time, was pretty cool.
However, its additional $400 price tag turned away most consumers.
It's one of those things that, like, yeah, we can all pretend that it's revolutionary and great, but if nobody can afford to experience it, what's the point?
Despite this, the TurboGrafx 16 would help launch several titles and cult classics like R-Type, the space adventure shoot-'em-up, the brawler Fighting Street, or as it would later be known, Street Fighter, and the horror fest Splatterhouse, which, due to its violent and gory nature, would become one of the first games to ever receive a parental advisory. However, the TurboGrafx 16's most popular and enduring franchise would be Bonk, the side-scrolling caveman who eventually became the console's mascot.
I remember a little dude with a giant noggin, and you'd run around and you'd leap and you would headbutt things. And that was their crazy twist on the gameplay. You guys like that Mario thing, right? Where you jump and your feet kill the enemy? Well, get this. We're taking that idea and turning it on its head. Literally. I bet that was the pitch meeting.
Over the next few years, NEC would release updated models of the TurboGrafx with increased memory and speed. However, these would fail to gain any ground on Sega or Nintendo.
It didn't have the brand recognition. It was incredibly expensive. The CD peripheral was even more expensive, and it just didn't have a lot of the must-have games that drove sales of the other systems.
The TurboGrafx would only go on to sell about 2.5 million consoles in the US, compared to the Genesis and Super Nintendo, which would sell between 20 to 30 million each.
There's an easy thing that was behind the lack of success of the TurboGrafx 16. No one bought it.
Though games continued to be developed in Japan until 1999, ultimately the TurboGrafx 16 would never find its place in the US.
It did spawn a few decent games and really help champion a couple franchises, but ultimately, it will be remembered as the system that you emulate on your Nintendo. Okay, so was the TurboGrafx 16 amazing? No. Did it work? Was it successful? No. But at least it didn't actually steal all your personal information.
So there's that.
Sorry. The economy still blows, and that's exactly why you need free stuff.
That's where we come in. A day on the road to E3. Yes! Oh, no. Here are this weekend's winners. Kyle T. of Arley, Alabama. Jeremy E. of Weirton, West Virginia. And Chris K. of Puyallup, Washington. Congratulations!
You made up every single city and state. Our giveaway continues today with a chance to win an Xbox 360 from our prize pile.
To win our visit our website at g4tv.com/road to E3. Get your entry in between now and May 17th by noon Eastern to be eligible. We'll announce the winner right here on tomorrow's show.
And now let's brew up a big old pot of piping hot news.
Kristen Adams will be our information barista.
You guys always find new ways to introduce me. I love it. That was creative. I like it.
It's totally us.
We slave over them for
Not the
hours at night.
writers.
I call Candace and be like, let's try a Starbucks reference, barista, and it just happens. It's organic.
I love it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, guys. All right now it's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know.
It's Monday, May 16th, and here are your top stories. Good news, PS3 owners, the PlayStation Network is finally back! Sony gamers will now be able to resume online gaming on the PS3 and PSP and use Netflix and PlayStation Home services. However, online purchases are still on hold with no indication on when they'll return. And only a few hours ago, Sony officially announced a welcome back plan that will let PSN users grab 2 free games from a small list of PS3 or PSP titles, in addition to 30 free days of PlayStation Premium and a slew of free virtual games. Free games? That's cool with us. I like that. Oh, you're forgiven. Okay. For more info and the latest news, head over to g4tv.com/PSN. Netflix streaming is about to get a major addition to their catalog thanks to a long-awaited deal with Miramax. The $100 million deal means the distributor will crack open its massive vault of films and make some available for streaming starting in June. Miramax owns the rights to movies like Tarantino's Pulp Fiction and the Kill Bill saga, as well as films like Clerks, There Will Be Blood, the Scream franchise, and Danny Boyle's Trainspotting. Oh, and Air Bud, so... Okay, all right. Sorry, I thought, all right. Thanks to Kevin Ferreira, that will get downloaded. All right.
Playing basketball.
Animation impresario. I'm not coming to the next movie night at your house. That's scary. Animation impresario Seth MacFarlane has just acquired the rights to reboot The Flintstones. I know, isn't that cool? The Family Guy creator has long been entangled in a legal battle for the TV and film rights to the Hanna-Barbera classic. And while there are no plans for a live-action movie, he's set to start working on a cartoon for Fox. Fans of the raunchier side of MacFarlane's work may be disappointed, though. He's agreed to keep close to the family-friendly tone of the original series. Still, I wouldn't be surprised if Dino developed a taste for martinis and Bam Bam started speaking with a British accent. That's pretty cool. I'd be down. And finally, in beard news, this weekend, Norway hosted the World Beard Championships, which handed out awards for 14 categories of facial hair, including natural goatee, Fu Manchu, and sideburns freestyle. Germany topped the countries represented with 7 gold medals, including one for the overall winner, Elmar Weiser, whose beard was sculpted into a miniature landscape featuring trees, hills, and a moose. So congratulations, Elmar, and good luck getting a kiss from the ladies. It's a little weird, a little scary. I'm Kristen Adams, and you've just been fed. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kristen Adams.
That totally makes me want to play with my mustaches right now.
You have a set?
No, I just out of different things.
Oh, that's
You
right. yeah.
know
I like to believe you
my
have a briefcase in your dressing room and you just
Well,
try on
I
different
think I'll use
mustaches for a little
this
while.
one today.
Candace, you look great. Creeper.
Yes.
Listen, when you're pioneering, when you're like a pioneering 2-time Olympic gold medalist, you've got to find some things to occupy your free time.
So Blair Herter tagged along with snowboarder extraordinaire Shaun White as he learned how to drive a rally car.
So over at G4, we have a special relationship with Shaun White. You might have heard of me win some snowboarding medals every now and then. He actually offered to take me rally racing today. 2 problems. 1, I'm the first civilian to ever ride with him. And 2, he just started racing this morning. Hands down, Shaun White, a.k.a. the Flying Tomato, is one of the best snowboarders on the planet. But now, he's trading in his board for something just as dangerous, rally racing.
Rally is loose surface driving, typically in the sedans, much like the cars that are circulating around behind us. And we teach the techniques required to get these things to slide around on gravel roads, wet tar, all that sort of thing.
Here in the States, it's starting to expand, but it's expanded enough to where, as a business, you can actually function. You have a school here that is booked out months in advance.
Absolutely. It's been very well received, certainly being on the West Coast, being the only one. With events like X Games, rally is being seen on a world level, and we have an outlet for that.
Did there come a point recently where you're like, I'm so tired of being the best at snowboarding. I want to do something else I'm not good at yet.
That's exactly what happened.
How'd you get into this, man?
I've always been fascinated by cars. Always wanted to possess the skills to drive those things to their potential. I never really had a lot of understanding about their sport. After trying to do what they were doing, I have, the utmost respect.
Was there anything you were really scared of when you came out here?
You mean putting aside rational thinking?
You have to compartmentalize all the things
that?
you learned about safety as a child.
I just think I know what I'm capable of, and then you add that extra element of an engine, and it's just so many different variables that I don't know about.
Larry, you ready? I'm in a rush. All right. This is the right way, right? Like this? Okay, good.
It may be his first time in a rally car, but here's where Sean's snowboarding skills come into play. When you're navigating a course made of rocks and mud at over 85 miles an hour, you need lightning-quick reflexes and the hand-eye coordination of an Olympic athlete just to stay alive.
That's well done. That's awesome, man. It feel good?
It felt good. I mean, I definitely was like pushing it more because he was in here, but
You're putting down proper runs, man.
getting there.
I mean, there's something to be said about hitting your mark. We talk about accurate vehicle placement, et cetera, and it's huge. It's huge when this course becomes a tree-lined gravel road. You're either on or you're off. You're either first or you're walking home.
The better he gets at this, the more your job is in jeopardy, right?
Bring it on, man.
I like
Bring
it.
it on. We need more of that in this sport.
I learned two things today. One, Shaun White is a really good rally driver. And number two, when I get scared, I pee-pee.
That's true. He sprays often.
Guess what, guys?
What?
There are only 20 days, 15 hours, and 25 minutes until E3 2000.
That's why.
And G4 will be covering the action all weekend long.
I'll be covering some booth babes, you know what I'm talking about?
You will
There's going to be press events, hands-on game demos, and hours of live coverage. So keep counting down the days until June 6th, and of course the beginning of E3 2011 live. Candace, if someone is like you, if they just can't get enough, they can check out g4tv.com/E3 for even more details.
What?
There's even more information than the words that we just said on the internet.
Stay tuned. Jason Biggs joins us live.
I can't wait. I'm asking questions.
The feed is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. 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 You lose.
Thank you. If I may. Love. It's crazy.
You know what, Larry?
No, what?
Things have been going so well with me and Kate that I think we're ready.
Oh my gosh, Benjamin Louise Parr. Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Larry, it's Louise, and you know that. And no, I'm not proposing to Kate. I'm just thinking of asking her to move in with me. You know, for someone who doesn't believe in love, you get surprisingly excited about weddings.
Ben, every wedding is an opportunity for me to be proven wrong, all right? It's also an opportunity for me to trick drunk girls into thinking I'm a NASCAR driver.
Joining me now, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Biggs. How are you, good sir?
Good, how are you, man?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for coming on the program.
Dude, thank you for having me.
It's absolutely my pleasure.
Congrats on all your success here. 5 years.
What? Yeah. That would be, that's
amazing.
That's longevity, but where's the success part that you were talking about? Where has the...
Oh, did I say success?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I meant, sorry you've been stuck here for 5 years.
Very astute to this one.
No, but I mean, you get all that syndication cash.
Oh,
and
all of it, and
rerun money,
and the women.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
I mean, my penis gets winded.
Yo,
it's just tired.
Yeah, is it just completely raw at this point?
Yeah.
Do you even have a penis anymore?
It's now an innie. It's been pretty much just
It's
scraped
just out
clean.
on loan. It's just so desired that it's just like you just here.
It's a penis for the people.
Yeah, it's for the
really.
people.
I
It's
give
in
it
the
to
museum.
them every year. I see it at Comic-Con, and then I wave goodbye.
It's
to it.
yeah, exactly.
So you had a birthday recently.
I did.
So happy belated birthday,
Thank
good
you
sir.
very much. Thank you.
What is now? What is an insane birthday like for you?
Man, this was crazy.
Oh yeah.
I am joking. Obviously, it was.
Skydiving, go-karting, extreme segways,
murder suicide. You know, me and my wife. It was really cool. I forgot about the suicide part though.
Oh, that's all right.
May she rest in peace. Yeah.
She'll love her. She'll still love you whenever you see her again.
Yeah. So it was a win-win, if you ask me. No, it was really, really nice. My wife and I decided to sort of play hooky for the day. It was Thursday, which
hooky from
exactly. You're asking all the right questions.
Okay.
I guess if you don't have a job, you're not really playing hooky from anything. So we just had a normal Thursday, I guess. But we just made sure it was our schedules were cleared and we were not going to be, bothered. And she took me to a really nice lunch, and I heard you went to this. We went down to Mocha downtown,
awesome
Los Angeles, and the Art in the Streets exhibit, which was incredible. It was so much fun.
It's such a great exhibit. It's like it takes you back to graffiti art and street art and all that stuff, and you feel like you're immersed in that world. But you're also in downtown LA, so if you want to see some graffiti, you could just go outside and look around.
Yeah.
They tagged the side of the Mocha, and some people didn't realize that was part of the art.
Wait.
It just
there was an inside to the exhibit?
Yes. Yeah,
I was just walking around the streets.
No.
My wife was like, you know what? That's how she got out of
That's how she got it. Exactly. I was like, some people actually paid $12 to go and look at more graffiti.
Unbelievable.
She got you. Are you an art fan?
We're big art fans, and that kind of art, street art and graffiti art, and lowbrow like pop surrealism. And
do you own is your house like a mini museum? Do you have pieces up? Or?
We've got some cool pieces. Yeah, we're getting more and more into it.
Do you have a hole on your wall where there used to be a Banksy piece, but then someone came and ripped it down and sold it on eBay?
Actually, there was never a Banksy piece there. I just cut a hole and tell people that there was a Banksy piece there when they come over. I'm like, that's where my Banksy was, but it's in the Tate Modern.
You know how that goes.
Yeah. It's on loan with Kevin's penis.
Right next to it.
Yeah. And then she took me to dinner downtown, and it was like a perfect day.
Sounds awesome.
It was really great, and it was just really a perfect day.
So now
we had the sex at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, not with each other, but we definitely had it, and so that was cool.
Does she know about this, or?
Yeah, I told her.
Did you tweet her? Because I know that you keep your relationship pretty open on Twitter.
Yeah. It's very open. The Twitter thing it's fun. It's maybe gotten a little out of control. I mean, I literally find myself fighting with my wife via Twitter from from the next room in the house. Like she'll be in the one room and she'll be, we're literally in a fight, and she'll say something about being in a fight with your husband, and everyone knows, all of her followers know that I'm her husband, and vice versa, because we have this thing, and she'll be like, Jason,
That's a rather incoherent Twitter.
No,
that's really incoherent.
Actually spelt it out, and people
She just mashed the keyboard angrily at you, at Jason.
And I'm like, really, babe? Right back at you. And so we ended up...
Hashtag dinner's cold.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But it was... so that's...
You got to be careful with that, because it's also there's a record of it, by the way. It'll be used in court.
Everything is there. It's all there. I mean, it is a little scary. It's a little freaky, geeky, but it's what's really scary, I think, more than anything, is that now we'll be with each other and we'll be having a conversation, and one of us will say something kind of funny or witty or something that sounds potentially great in 140 characters that we just need to share with the world.
Gotta get that. Yeah.
And we'll be talking, we'll be like, I gotta tweet that.
Right.
And we'll just be, so it's like, all of a sudden our conversations are basically to just get to a tweet.
Right.
You know, it's like, can't we just have a conversation?
Yeah. No, it's encapsulate that.
Our conversations are really not that good unless one of us gets a tweet out of it.
Is there like, has a line been crossed?
And I mean mostly her.
Where it's sort of like, oh, at Jason, finished already? Like, has that line been crossed yet?
Not quite yet.
Okay,
Not
good.
Quite
Yeah,
yet.
you got to ban the phones from the room.
Already.
We're totally out of time. I want to ask American Pie. The reunion's coming out. It's
happening. I'm about to.
I mean, we just want to know what will you be putting your penis into this time? That's really.
Well, I've actually just talked to the museum, and I'm actually going to be using your penis. I'm going to be getting your penis.
Don't toy with my emotions.
And I'm going to.
Don't you dare.
Unclear, but it will be put into something or someone, probably something.
We'll be watching, as
Right.
will Eugene Levy, apparently.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Jason, a real pleasure to meet you, man. Thanks for coming on the program.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Huge thank you to Jason Biggs. Again, the season finale of Mad Love airs tonight on CBS. And still ahead, guess what? It's more Attack of the Show. What were the odds? Stick around. Dude, thank you so much.
That was awesome, man.
That was really
Thanks so much. Yeah, dude.
Kevin and Candace, you will each have 60 seconds to get your kitten through. Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, my name? Yo, what's up? What's
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. UFC legend Hoist Gracie will be here live in studio with his new Blu-ray UFC Ultimate Hoist Gracie. Plus, he may try to choke Kevin out. Then Blair Herter enrolls in rally racing school. As far as we know, he didn't crash a car or kill anyone. See it tomorrow.
Okay, so here's what I truly love about Attack of the Show. We're live.
Yes,
And sometimes we
we're
don't know what's
live.
going to happen on the show. We didn't know until about 2 seconds before the show started that you were willing to flop around like a fish. We had no idea. We saw it. It was
Things
TV.
I'm willing to do.
Yeah, it was TV gold. So we strung up the green screen and we got a tropical background to give you some ambiance.
yay.
And I'd love to see the glitter flop or the Bailey Cuda. What is it? I don't know. We'll give it a name. You guys, it'll probably be I'm Groffle.
Let's see
you
what
guys
they
tweet
think it
something.
should be
But yeah,
called.
let's see. Here it
Should
is.
I go over
Yeah,
there?
going over to the green. So ladies and gentlemen, not rehearsed, but here's Candace Bailey flopping on the old beach.
But how do I come in? Like this?
That's certainly one way to do it.
Yay!
What? Wait, can we get her on the sand at least? Can we oh no, the Bailey fish! Oh. Can I tow hook you? No? Is that?
You cannot toe hook me.
Are you gonna flop over or no? You gotta do the side flop to the back. No?
I should make it
All right, thanks to Jason Biggs. Thanks to Kristen Adams. Thanks to Blair Herter. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of arousing, but it's also kind of awkward. Good night. Thanks, Candace Bailey.